What's going on, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Klamtucky Bourbon Boyz. I'm Mike, and that is, well, Dave's not here, man. Some of you'll get that, some of you won't. But bottom line is, Dave's not here, so it's me, and I got my buddy Ben playing in the background. Thanks for letting us use your music, brother. Stone Cold's a great song, whole album. If you never heard of the band Critical Heat, you need to look them up on one of your music sources out there and give them a try. But good stuff, brother. Anyway, so today we're going to do things a little differently. You're stuck with me, my stogie, and a good bottle of whiskey. It's kind of the way I like to enjoy it when I'm sitting around on my own. So I got a bottle here, Nulu. I've seen it for a while, been kind of hunting it for a while. Well, I haven't been hunting it. I've been avoiding it, if I'm being honest with you guys, because stupid reason, I didn't really like the name, and I've never really seen a review on it before. So finally, I saw a store pick up in Bend, Oregon, at a store that has a good reputation. I shop there fairly frequently. They always have some good stuff. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger on it, and now I am kicking myself because that is a phenomenal bottle of bourbon right there. It's really, it's got every bourbon's going to have the same notes on the nose. We've gone over this before, but it's kind of a vanilla honey bomb. It's more predominant with it. Oh, it's just so good. And the more it sits and the vapors kind of release, it just has a great nose to it. So I bought 4 bottles last weekend, and this one by far is my favorite. It's just so good. I did get an Angel's Envy Triple Oak. That's one that we had in Kentucky and passed on. And I'm glad now that we did, because here in Oregon, I was able to buy it for almost 50% off of what they were asking for the bottle in Angel's Envy while we were there at the distillery. So go figure, right? But so this is a great one. Got a nice cigar to go with it. Chow or CAO, however you want to verse that. And that flavor is just crazy. So to give you some perspective, that's 131.2 proof. Does it drink that way? Not at all. It is just, it's candy in a bottle. It is my favorite, and you probably know this by now, but Stag is my bourbon. That is my go-to. If I had to live my life with one bourbon and one bourbon only, it would be Stag. I got to tell you, this is moving in, I think, on a close second over my go-tos like Little Book and Booker's and E.H. Taylor. I mean, those are all great sippers, great drinks. Even I've got a couple of bottles of Widow Jane that I really enjoy. That's kind of the wife's thing too. She's a huge Widow Jane fan. We did get a Widow Jane Applewood aged, and it's good. But I'm telling you, man, this thing just hits all the right spots for me. And you pair that up with a good stogie. Now I will admit, stogies go good with bourbon. I prefer. I absolutely have to have a cigar with my scotch if I really want to sit back and enjoy a scotch. But today's not about that. But I still enjoy a good cigar. But yeah, this Nulu, it's I just found out while we were in Louisville back in September that Nulu is New Louisville, and it's kind of a movement as much as just a whiskey brand. It's kind of like putting a new face on the city of Louisville. So I like what they're doing. I'm not a big fan of the name. That's really not important because it's such a good bottle. Um, and I've covered it before on the show, but they cover all the stats. I like my handwritten labels, and this has that. So 131.2 proof, 65.6% alcohol. Um, Barrel number KY80, and it was aged 5 years and 6 months, which that's kind of crazy to me. You have a bottle that's by the flavor profile, I would guess that to be a 10 to 12-year-old bourbon, and it's not. It's 5 years, 6 months. But the flavor is just so rich and full. Um, Definitely recommend it, and shame on me for putting it off because of something silly like I didn't care for the name. Um, there's other bottles out there I'm putting off for various reasons too. I can't think of another one right now because of the name. I do know that Von Payne, if you're familiar with that one, it has like a gargoyle vampire looking guy on the cap, very fancy cap, very nice label on the bottle, and again has the vampire gargoyle, whatever that is, on the label there too. And I've been so tempted to buy it because of the bottle, and I hate to be that guy. And it's not. It's about if I remember right, about a $74 bottle, $75. I'm probably going to break down and get it one of these days, but I was really looking for store picks Thanksgiving weekend, and I got two good ones. So this and the Angel's Envy. But I'm telling you, the more I sip the Nulu, the more it just inches up my favorites list, and I don't think it'll ever surpass. But I might have to do a back-to-back comparison or a blind tasting with my Stag. Because Stag will, I think, forever be my favorite. But Nulu's is inching its way up that ladder pretty quick. So, what about you guys? What do you have a whiskey out there that you've been avoiding for one reason or another, but it keeps catching your eye? Do you have one that you put off for a while and bought? And if so, was it good? Was it not so good? Was it a disappointment and you were sorry you did it? I mean, I've got a couple of those. Calumet Farms, I think it's 7 and 15 year, 8 and 15 year blend. Wasn't a huge fan of that. It has matured some and changed a little. It's been open for about a year now, and the air in there has changed the profile a little bit. It's more enjoyable. And then Redwood Empire, I know that's popular with a lot of folks. I got the red label. I forget which one specifically, but yeah, I just wanted to dump it in the garbage. I haven't yet. I might. It'll probably get used up in old fashions, or actually, probably not even an old fashioned. Probably in a cocktail that masks the whiskey taste even more. But what about you guys? What do you enjoy? What surprised you? What's caught you off guard is something that you bought just on a hunch and gave it a shot. I'd be curious to hear. Also curious is so Friday after Thanksgiving, a week ago, we did a Facebook thing, and we threw a little episode with our bottles out on Facebook. And we got like 500 and some views, which is crazy because honestly, we appreciate you guys, but we don't have a huge audience yet. Hoping that changes as we keep doing this, week after week. But it's probably 500 views is 500 plus views is probably about 10 times what we get here on the regular old Klamtucky Facebook or YouTube channel. So you like Facebook better? Do you want to? I'm going to keep doing it on YouTube, but if you guys prefer Facebook, let me know. It's been suggested to me that we maybe pursue TikTok. Again, not a huge fan. It also limits the amount of content you can do. And I kind of like what we do here. I like taking our time and kind of explaining things, talking about the experience with the bottle and how we got to that and different cocktails and that. I like sharing the journey with you guys as much as actually drinking it itself. To me, and I've covered this before too, but to me, it's the journey. It's not just necessarily the whiskey. I've drank some pretty fair whiskey with some really good people, and that was the important part. Is I'm sharing it with really good people. people I enjoy being with, and that enjoy the experience with me. Um, Having a good bottle of whiskey by yourself is fine, but I enjoy sharing it with my friends too. So, and that's the whole point of this program, is trying to share the experience, not just hey, look what we bought, we drink it, talk about the bottle, and move on. It's about the experience, and I think that's one of the reasons Dave's on here a lot. He does 2 podcasts, 3 podcasts with me, and on top of being a great friend, he enjoys the whiskey experience the same way that I do. And so, what about you? Do you guys, you drink alone? Are you a George Thorogood, or do you enjoy sharing it with company, and the whole experience around it? Maybe you enjoy a good cigar with it. So, I'd like to hear your stories. Hit me up in the comments, or bigroostermedia@gmail.com. But let us know how you guys would like to see this show, whether it's here, whether it's Facebook or on TikTok or some other media platform out there. Um, Let us know, and we're going to try some variations after seeing what happened there on Facebook. But there will always be a Klamtucky Bourbon Boyz here on YouTube. Anyway, you guys, thanks a lot. Appreciate your support. I know that there are some of you that are here week in and week out, and we really appreciate you. Tell your friends. Please like and subscribe. And really, the comments mean a lot. It's really nice to interact with you guys and know that other folks are enjoying the journey with us. So hit us up and let us know. And at that, I'm going to leave you guys alone. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my cigar. I'm going to maybe have a little more of my Nulu, and we'll go from there. So have a great weekend, and we will catch you next week. Thanks a lot.